Hi everyone. So today what I decided I was going to do is we're going to talk about getting the not so positive cards from the tarot deck. So this is the Gilded Tarot from The Answer is Simple and from Ask Your Guides. Now, if you're like I was when I first started, is when I would get a negative card, for example, despair. When I would get that, I would automatically be like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong? What is wrong? Why am I getting this card? Why are you punishing me? What is going on? And it's not so much a punishment when you get a card like this. All this card simply is saying is that you are right now getting in a bit of despair. You're getting sad, you're getting upset. And if you're like me, when I'm shuffling my cards, just for myself, I'm just asking, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to know? Well, they may want you to know, hey, you're starting to get into a rut. You need to get out of it. Most of the cards will tell you, if you have oracle cards, they will tell you how to get out of it. If you just have tarot cards, it pretty much just tells you, okay, this is where you're headed, or this is where the energy is headed. So I'm just going to show you a few of the cards, and I'm going to tell you what they mean, but then I'm also going to tell you how they're helping you at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start with the Ask Your Guides deck because it is my favorite. And the first one is despair. Now, despair is simply telling you that you are getting into a state where either you're calling it a bad life, you're calling it a bad day, you're just calling it everything bad in general. And so what this card is calling you to do is go out in nature. So that way you can get rid of that feeling. You can start to really just get away from it. So it's not really that negative of a card. It's actually telling you, hey, you're about to get into a fit of despair. Why don't you go outside and take a walk? You'll feel a lot better. Next is survival. Now, this card is telling you, it's saying the worst is over. You don't need to worry about it anymore. And I remember when I would get this card, I would get really upset. I'm like, man, why am I getting this card? Why is it saying survival? I don't feel like I'm trying to survive. It simply says that you don't need to worry anymore. Your healer guides are here to help you. They're here to get you over that fear. Now, the next one is deprivation. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm depriving myself of money. Great. Why am I doing that? And it's basically because you put out the energy of saying, I don't need this. Or this, isn't for my highest good, whatever the case is. You are stopping it by thinking those negative thoughts, and this card is simply telling you, you need to stop thinking those negative thoughts. Think thoughts along the lines of, I am prosperous, instead of, oh, I never have enough money. This card is simply telling you, think, I have all that I need. Now, this next one, this one really, really got to me and made me really, really upset because it is suffering. Now, suffering to me was, it says pain, trauma, accidents. Like, it was giving, like, the worst case scenario. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, what's going to happen today? I'm going to have the worst day ever. That's not what it means. All it simply means is it's telling you that, you may be coming in contact with something because you are attracting it to yourself. You are not grounded enough. All this card is telling you is to get grounded. And if you don't get grounded, then yeah, you're going to be attracting some accidents to you because you are not fully present. And when we're not fully present, we don't pay a whole lot of attention. What we're paying attention to is, why do I feel so weird? Why do I feel so awkward? Why does this not feel right? And this card is simply telling you, get grounded. Because if you don't get grounded, then an opportunity is going to come where you're going to have to get grounded. So the card does have a perfect example. It says, well, maybe you need to rest and rejuvenate, and you're not giving yourself that opportunity. So you break your leg. Well, now you really don't have a choice but to rest and rejuvenate. Now, the card is not saying that that's going to happen. It's just saying it's a possibility. It's something that, it's just an example. The next one is death. This simply is saying an aspect of you is dying. It's not saying a physical death. It's saying an aspect of you is dying that no longer serves you. So, what a great experience. What's something great to have? Something that you don't need anymore is leaving your life. That's not serving you. So, that's a great thing, I think. Next is shame. And it's just saying that you're feeling some shame. It says, people are walking, as you see in the card, there are people walking away from you, and you're like, oh, I just don't feel loved. I just don't feel any of that. And your healer guides are here to say, we love you, and there's no reason for you to feel shame. You don't need to feel bad about it. You did nothing wrong. Next is loss. And with loss, I also want to have denial. So, loss and denial. Now, the reason I put both of these up at the same time is because with loss, sometimes we go into a state of denial. And so, what these cards simply are saying, because they're both divine healers, both these cards are saying that we are with you, that it's okay. So, the loss is saying that, you may be having that sense of loss and not sure what to do with it. And denial is saying you are denying something about it. You're denying an aspect of yourself. And so they're just asking you to let them heal you. Ask for their energy. Ask for them to help you so you can move on, so you can stop being in this rut. The next one is deceit. This is just saying someone around you is being deceitful. And to be aware, but to know that your guardian angels are there guarding you, helping you, protecting you. And something that I really like to do, and I'm sure I've said this in my guardian angel video, is to put them at the door and say, let nothing get through that's going to interrupt my day. The last one from the Ask Your Guides deck is discontent. All this is saying is that you need to get back in touch with what gives you that sense of joy. It's saying this is a longing to learn more. You want to know more. So go out and learn more. The only reason you're feeling discontented is because you're not going out and experiencing new things. And so that's what this card is implicating. It's not implicating, oh no, it's misery and sadness. It's saying you're discontented because you're not learning anymore. You've stopped growing. Go do something new. Go learn more. So the next one is the tarot. Now, the tarot, in my opinion, is very misunderstood. Like, extremely misunderstood. So, the first card I'm going to put up is... just a fun little feeling there. There's an angel, I think. Not quite sure, but anyway, going on. Is the devil. And the devil just means imprisonment. You imprison yourself. And once again, it's just a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what you're feeling. So it's, self-enslavement is one of the main things for this card. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to feel sad about. Don't get to that point where you're like, oh no, and getting all sad about it. Don't get sad about it. See it as a place for you to grow. And my idol, Sonia Choquette, says, if you're really wanting to grow, if you're really wanting to be like this spiritual person, then take each opportunity to grow. See each obstacle as an opportunity to grow. And I resonate so much with that. I just absolutely love that. And, this card says, don't be your own slave. Break out of that. The next one is the Tower. The Tower, if you look at it, it's kind of a harsh card. Lightning striking the tower, this person is falling, everything is being destroyed. Well, it's being destroyed for a reason, because it's not the best. So this is simply saying, it's okay. Let it fall to pieces. It wasn't meant to happen anyway. Then I'm going to hold up some of, I'm going to get all these together here. These are the sword cards. Now, the sword is all about intellect and stuff, but as you see, this one right here, this lady's bound, so she's feeling, this is about stress and anxiety, this is about quarreling, this is also about stress and anxiety. So when you get these cards, it's merely a reflection saying that I'm feeling stressed and anxious. And, it may not give, the tarot may not give you the tools to stop that, but you have tools in your own arsenal. And one great tool that I love to use is when my mind is going, 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 going. I like to stop. I take a deep breath in through my nose. I put my tongue at the top of my mouth and I pucker up like this. And I do that 3 times. And what that actually does is it stops the frontal lobe of your brain. It stops it from going crazy. It stops it from thinking. So if you are getting these cards an awful lot, and there's a lot of strife, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of stress in your life, then go do something that's going to relax you. Meditate, go for a walk, go exercise, whatever's going to help you. Now, the next card is, in my opinion, the most misunderstood card in all of tarot. All the tarot. Death. And it's really not a bad card. Now, there are certain spreads where it can denote an actual death. Yes, that is true. There are instances where it can. But the thing is, a majority of the time, it just means an aspect of you is dying and renewal, rebirth, like good things. Death is not really that bad card. When I get it, I actually get super excited because it means that things are changing. There's transformations. Things are going on. And it has to be like in a specific spread, in a specific way to mean physical death. I don't know the specific spread. I am not that in-depth in tarot, but that's what I know. Now the next one is coming from the Answer is Simple deck. The first card is, and I remember when I first got this deck, I was so excited. I was like, oh, it's going to tell me what my spirit wants me to know. Yay! And then I got this. Call your spirit home. And I'm like, what? Isn't my spirit already home? Like, why isn't it here? What did I do wrong? What did I do to piss it off? Why did it leave? And the only thing is our spirit leaves all the time. And when the spirit leaves, it's simply telling us that we need to go with it because it's trying to lead us to what we need to know, to what we want to experience. So calling your spirit home could mean one of two things. It can mean either your spirit is gone because you're in a rut and you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Or what it could mean is your spirit is trying to tell you where to go. It's saying, follow me. Let me lead you to what's going to make us excited, what's going to bring us that new thing. So don't get discouraged when you get call your spirit home. It simply means that you may be in a rut and your spirit is trying to get you out of it. The next card is Clear the Fog. And it simply means that you don't have a clear vision. So clear the fog. Ask the angels to help you. Ask your spirit to help you. Do what you need to do to get that cleared up. So once again, it's not negative. It's simply telling you this is how you're feeling. The next one, and I remember when I first got this, I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, my ego has come. It has taken over. Oh God, I don't want to go back there again. Was turned back. And this card simply says is that you're letting your ego get the best of you. You're letting your ego lead you down a path that is not best for you. And so it's just asking you to take a look and say, okay, where am I being authentic and where am I not? Why am I giving up on me and trying to please others? And so that's all this card is trying to say. It's not trying to do anything negative. It's just saying, okay, get out of your ego. You're starting to get back there. Because, yeah, you can't, and my friend Lindsay has a wonderful saying, and I love when she says it. She's like, you can't be in spirit mode all the time. And that is absolutely true. You can't be 100% in spirit all the time. Yes, we are spiritual beings having human experience. However, you can't, if you want to have the human experience, you can't be in that, up in the air all the time. You have to be connected, but you also have to be in the body. And that's what I think is hard for some people to do, is to stay connected, not be all airy-fairy, and to also be experiencing the body, because that's why we have our intuition. Our intuition is our direct line to our authentic self. So the last card here is Detox. This card simply says that you may need to detox from some drama, Or it could be referring to your diet, like detoxing. For me, right now, I'm detoxing from sugar, which I have to do just because I feel that I need to get all the sugar from the holidays out of my system. So right now, I'm detoxing from sugar, drinking tons of water, eating a lot of vegetables, and going on with that. So this was just this video I wanted to make about getting those negative cards and not taking it to heart and not saying my spirit guides, the angels, my spirit, the tarot are punishing me. They're giving me these bad cards. No, you are attracting these cards to you because this is how you're feeling. This is the energy you are putting out. And these cards are simply a reflection of that. So, if you have oracle cards, it usually tells you how to change it. If you have tarot cards, you can always look up the meaning, and then you can always look up affirmations, tools, anything like that on how to kind of get out of that. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I think today I will be making 2 more on my Soul Origin profile by Alora Rain, which I'm very excited to tell you all about, and one about the higher self, your greatest guide. All right, have a great day. Bye.